Hi, and welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday, the 30th of September 2020. So bonds and bullion are bid as stocks and dollar skid. So again, there's still pressure on the stock market. There's nobody coming to its rescue. No new money printing schemes abound at the moment. So the market is having to do what it should be doing, or had done for a long time, and that's moving lower. To add to all of this, Biden and Trump clash in their first debate. The world has turned into a circus, and there are a lot of clowns who are actually running the show, like this one here on the front page today. Even he's confused on the rules. I just ignore them. I find it's a lot easier. Keeps life simple. I mean, it's just hilarious, isn't it? I mean, it's like starting to see the real life Dad's Army unfold globally, and as Fraser would say, you know, we're all doomed, we're all doomed. God, I mean, when I said we've got the perfect storm coming, I mean, look at it. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. A couple of clowns here, and, well, Coco's here, that's for certain. Coco the clown, without a doubt. Anyway, implied volatility has kicked up overnight. One of me will look at this. Spiked up, and you'll see why in just a moment as well. And we're red across the board, like I say. The other day, that headline that the sell-off might be over, but the correction isn't, and that appears to be the case going forward. So let's have a look at yesterday. In the alert, I spoke about the high being an important area for the market to take out, and if it didn't, prices would move lower. So let's fast forward in the pre-market session. The futures market opened at 7 a.m. and prices did their best to try and hold. As you'll see here, it hits the 200 MA, the high. Great area for a sell, even though it's pre-market. And you can see there the volume increasing, trying to bring the market back, but again failing here at this 20-bar moving average. A lot of volume for the pre-market yesterday morning, and then again you can see them trying to bring the market back, but immediately the market goes down to the DP, finds support. You can see this here in the green bars, and prices then reverse. Again, see the significance of the DP level here, how important these levels are, and then prices start to move higher. And then I thought we were going to get a repeat of Monday. The market came back and then put in a potential sell signal. The buy signal taken out, and then prices moving lower, and we managed to take out the DP. I drew in this line over here that you can see, as this is where the market found support before. You can see all of the buying in this area. So just to see if the market would get down to this level, and then prices traded to it to make up the loss on the first trade there. And then prices came back, and the reason I got out was this bar here, because the volume is greater than the previous bar, but the range is narrower. So given that we also had this area here as well. So prices then found resistance at the DP once more, and then moved lower. Again, you can see the selling coming into the market in the selling bar there. Red volume there as it drove through. And then you've got, whoops, wrong button. You've then got the buying pressure again coming into the market, as you'll see. Well, it's not quite buying pressure because obviously the volume is less, but you've got this sort of increase in volume in the market trading sideways there. It's nearly the same as the previous bar, narrow range. It's highlighted automatically, and then prices turn around and move to the upside. And then again, notice now how they sit on the DP as support, trading right back to it. And then we get another potential sell that doesn't materialize, and prices just sit up again on the DP through the morning. So let's move on to the afternoon. And you can see prices have moved off the DP back above the 200 MA there as well. And let's fast forward. So in the pre-market, we see a nice 50-point move, and then prices try to hold there. You can see the buying coming into the market. They trade up to the, I'm just having a look at the daily chart there, get an idea of where we are. You can see we've got the 62, we're above the 50. So I always like to see the bigger picture. We always check first thing in the afternoon. And then we get a potential sell. We've got resistance here. And you can see all of the red in the bottom there, potential weakness area, and the BRN. And we've closed back below the 5 and the 20 bar moving average there on increased volume. And then prices start to come back. At this point, I'm holding the trade and think, well, we'll see what happens. It looked weak in the market overall. And then we've got the news as well, so let's just fast forward. The market eventually reversed, went back through the entry price, and then as we got towards the scalp, I decided to take the money off the table, because you'll see in just a moment we've got the news coming out, and we've got support here. If the news wasn't coming out, I'd have probably held the trade, but with the news, it was a case of take the money. And again, you can see there you've got the green bar indicating that the pros were doing exactly the same. Then we had the news to be released. I was just checking to see what it was, and then we'll go forward till the news is released. And again, you can see them buying back in here as well on the anticipation that it's going to be good news. It's consumer confidence, and it came out, as you can see there, 101, forecast at 90, and this was good news, but not the immediate turnaround as I would have thought. But you can see the volume bar building there, which is the biggest volume bar that the market had put in during the afternoon session, and then prices turned around, closed back above the 20 bar moving average, and then traded back to the upside there. Bit of a narrow range. You can see now we've got profit taking at the previous selling area. This is again automatically highlighted. They tried to bring it back in this bar, but immediately was hit with selling pressure up thrust. And I'm just going to show you this one in isolation. And you can see there the range of that bar is narrower, but the volume is greater than the buying bar that precedes it. And that indicates that there is some selling pressure in the market there. And that is borne out as market reverses and closes below the 20 bar moving average, and then just slides all the way back down to the BRN level there and down to the DP, which it bounces off immediately and comes back to the BRN. And then again, you can see just trying its best to come off that level at 4 p.m. So you can see the significance of these, all of these points. And once you get to grips with them and understand them, you can really use them to your advantage. You don't need signals, you can actually trade off what you're actually seeing. So let's have a look and see where we are overnight. Again, this is the Dow. We hit the 62% and we're on the slide to the downside in the Dow. And also, of course, we will be following in the DAX. Just get the chart, there we go. A similar picture, 62%. Yesterday afternoon, there's resistance there, and now starting to move to the downside. So what I'm going to do is to get some sort of idea of where the market could go to. So I've got all of these levels here. I will be taking note of those. Let me save them first, and then watching as the market unfolds. At the moment, we can see that we're at the previous day's low, and the market's trying to hold there. So let's have a quick look, and there you go. You can see what's going on here. You can see how they bought back at the low twice. The market's got resistance there and also up here as well. Overnight, the move came, and I'm sure this is to do with the clown show with Biden and Trump. You can see there the selling coming in and then moving straight through the close, the DP and the 200 MA. They tried to buy back at the 200 MA with the buying pressure bar there, which you can see. But this was overcome with further selling once it was broken. That area's taken out and the market lower. So yeah, the low is crucial, because if we take the low out, we go back to the daily chart, we look at the 38, the 50 and all of these others then as a reference point. to see where we're going, and also the previous day's low as well, should prices continue to move to the downside. And if they reverse, then we've got the 50 going back and the 62 and the high from yesterday as well. And they're all very important areas, as you've seen in the market alert, and in particular yesterday with the DP level out became support and resistance during the same trading session. So a quick look at the news before we conclude. So got Lagarde out today, the criminals out at 8:20, and then we've got the ADP non-farm change, that's out also at 1:15, the precursor to Friday's non-farm payrolls, and then we've got all of these other ones as well. So a lot more news today to move the market as well. It's going to need something, looks like it could be quite a volatile opening this morning. Okay, that will do it for this one. I don't think there's anything else to mention at this time, but if there is, I will certainly let you know. So as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.